Hello, Taurus. This is FawnandFireIntuitive. I'm going to do love readings for late March, early April 2018. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if this video doesn't resonate with you, you can always listen to your Moon and Rising sign videos. Obviously, this is YouTube, so it's just not going to resonate with everyone. That would be impossible. But you can ask your higher self to just tune your intuition in. I might explain something one way and it applies to you a different way, but the energy is the same. So I'm going to pull a card for what you need to let go of from your past, what you need to focus on in the present in love, and what's coming in your future. And then we'll expound on that. And I'll also be pulling cards to describe your love, who you're dealing with or who's coming in. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for all the support last night. Hey, thanks for the support last night, Taurus. No, last month. All the comments and shares and subscribers and likes. I really appreciate, that you took the time to watch and comment and that it resonated with you. A card for the past. What does Taurus need to let go of? Taurus. In the future, what is going to happen in their love life? Okay. Interesting. So in the past we have deception. Okay, someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So it seems like something from the past you need to let go of is it can either be like making excuses for someone who is wearing a mask or continuing to allow their energy to affect you because they weren't being themselves. So, if you're still allowing their actions, which were manipulative, affect you in your present and affect how you view yourself or make you afraid of love, it's a negative, toxic energy that is kind of keeping you bound up and it doesn't need to anymore. But this can also be, like it's possible that some of you in your past relationships, you've presented yourself a certain way. Ultimately because it's like you were trying to put your best foot forward, but it wasn't like an accurate description of like who you really are. And so a lot of times you did feel dissatisfied in this relationship in the past, or in other relationships in the past, because you never felt truly accepted for being you, or you felt like you had to hide certain parts of yourself, which ultimately is a sign that you're settling for a relationship. So like letting go of masks and embracing you and who you are and what you want and being willing to be honest about that, knowing that you deserve love, having enough self-love and self-worth to know that you deserve love just as you are. In the present, it's saying what you need to focus on is children. Okay, your love life is being affected by children. And we'll look into this more. This can mean those things from the past, the self-masks, things that you've put on through childhood because you were told that's how a good person behaves, or because of the way you were raised or things that were told you, or even, you were yourself in certain situations when you were younger and you were rejected. And so you've put on these masks because you don't want to feel that feeling again, but ultimately you still do if you're not being yourself. Obviously, this can also mean, some of you could be trying for children right now and it's causing a lot of strain in the relationship, or some of you could be really wanting a connection, but children are getting in the way because the children are what's coming first and it's causing a rift in the relationship. Also, some of you might be dealing with someone who doesn't want that level of commitment. Your future, you have let your friends help you. Okay, so a lot of times this means, your friends could have a connection of love that they're going to introduce you to. It can also mean you need to not put all your hope in love or relationships, but that you're, oh, and I just got one other thought that I feel like is really what it is. But that you need to keep your own life. The thing that I'm feeling very strongly is cultivating a true friendship with a person is really going to help you connect in a deeper way, where there aren't masks, where, you know, all the like responsibilities and stress of the past, like past isn't going to define you, stresses and what things look like aren't going to define you, but you're going to really be able to be yourself. And that's kind of going to be the marker of like a strong relationship, when it's like this friendship where you both totally are free to be yourself. So I'm going to pull some more cards from the zombie deck. I'm going to pull 2 cards from the past that will help look into these masks a little more, the energy of you and the past person. It could be someone you are still with, but it was just masks were causing a problem in the past. And then we'll pull a few cards for present and then what's coming in the future. And then I'm going to pull cards about the person. You know, your mask is not your power. Like, being able to be seen the way you want to be seen is not your power. Your power is in, like, having enough love and self-worth that you'll be okay even if someone rejects you for being yourself. Sorry, that one just went flying. Yeah, so in the past, we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. There was a sense of not being victorious, a sense of losing. Yeah, like not getting the commitment you wanted. Then we have Temperance here, okay? And it means, like, if you look, it's looking close up, like under a microscope, okay? So it's like once, like if you are this other, someone you were dealing with, like had this mask and presented themselves in a certain way, but then once you looked closer, it wasn't as it seemed. And ultimately, it affected the balance of the relationship when the truth came out, okay? And that's what you're trying to avoid in the future. The good thing is some of you are still with this person, and the balance can be regained with honesty, with messages of honesty, and kind of setting yourself free from that prison, okay? For others of you, the relationship's already over, but you're like, you've got to set yourself free of this self-imposed prison of like thinking you're not going to be good enough, so that you can just be yourself and find that balanced soulmate, yin and yang relationship. So we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So some of you are definitely like children are affecting your relationship. You know, someone might not want to commit because you have children, or you might not be able to commit to a relationship you want to because of the children. And so it's almost like, this could be you or the other person, but it's like, you know, you or the other person knows they can't give the full deal, so they're just like trying to give as much as they can to keep you hooked, to keep you coming after them, but it's really not going to move forward into anything. What's happening in the future? Secrets are going to be revealed regardless. Like, you're going to have a greater understanding. You're going to get the key to like what the heck is happening. So So you could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer. We have the Four of Cups. Some of you are really going to be letting go of a relationship. You're going to be letting go, and you're going to need the support of your friends, but it ultimately, and you could be dealing with a Virgo, but there is going to be some time alone, like contemplating, and kind of a delay on a love offering. And it's because it's this time where it's like you're embracing yourself and, like looking to your friends, looking to your hobbies, just building yourself up, kind of rediscovering yourself so that you can bring in that balanced relationship. And some of you, it might not even mean a breakup. It's just like the messages like of love, like it's like you're gonna just kind of like take a step back and rediscover yourself so that you're not so wrapped up in the relationship that you feel like you have to do whatever it takes to sustain it. You don't have to like offer like all this love if it's not starting with you first, like self-love. Because so this is like the Page of Cups. It's this little guy and he's holding a bucket, okay? And it's like it's time to heal your bucket so that you have enough self-love, like you're already full and you're not having to like kind of put on masks or like dangle meat to try to just like dangle meat. You can dangle your meat if you want to. Like, I'm not going to say like that's just not a negative thing in a relationship, I don't think, but you know what I mean? It's not like you're just like, oh, like saying whatever or doing whatever just to kind of like feel loved. You can dangle your meat all you want. Let's look into who this person is that you're dealing with. Let's get off the whole dangling of meat topic. Three cards about the person that they're dealing with. Okay. Some of you are either being chased by somebody or you are chasing them. Yeah, some of you are like really looking back to the past, like you're not seeing your own value or believing that good can come in. So it's like you're holding on to something that's dead and just kind of chasing after it. But the good news is like you have the Five of Hazards, you know, which means left out in the cold, like kind of scavenging for scraps, which with the dangling of the meat and everything else, it's like some of you are settling for scraps when you are worth so much more. And some of you might be already like in this place where like the other person feels like they've been scavenging, like only getting the scraps, what you have left over because you're so busy with kids or with other things. And so it's like they've like chased and they've like wondered, is it dead, and kept wondering, but they're going to make a decision, okay? This person is getting ready to make a decision, like their eyes are open. Tell me more about this person, because I kind of went back to either or. Yeah. Like they are kind of at this place where they know the truth and they're willing to cut something off if it needs to. Like they're willing to like end something and start over. Or they could have just done that. But they're not ready for a new cycle yet. It's like they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it and they're getting close to making a decision, but they're not. It's almost like it's not, whatever they've been dealing with, it's not finished yet. The cycle, everything they needed to learn. And for some of you, this is a negative karmic relationship. Yeah, for some of you, there's definitely some endings involved. Like, this can also be a long distance relationship. And it could be a secret relationship too, something that happens in the dark. And it has kept you chained. One of you guys have felt very chained, and that is going to change. That's changing. There's been such a negative vibe for some of you, okay? A very codependent relationship. Sorry, my camera fell and hit me in the hand. Yeah. Even here you see like this zombie is like being walked like a dog. Like there's been like this codependent addictive quality for some of you for this relationship. Tell me more about the future. I know, I feel like a lot of you just feel stuck, like you can't end it because you don't want to hurt the other person. It's like nothing's been so bad that you want to hurt them. And you almost feel like letting them go gives them the power over you. For some reason, that's for some of you. Or you're holding yourself down like you don't want to hurt them. So you're like slowly eating away at yourself. This is a deep one, Taurus. There's a lot of different scenarios that could be going on, but ultimately, like if you know something is not what you ultimately want, like you're holding yourself back from better things, from something real, something that will really satisfy you. Yeah, that's the energy block right now. You're not letting something go. You're not recognizing like all the opportunity out there for you. Walking away. Okay. That's as far as, I mean, I know this isn't for everybody. You know, obviously not everyone watching is supposed to break up, but there are definitely some of you out there like holding on to something that hasn't been serving you. You guys don't see eye to eye on some very core things, and instead of like propelling like your destiny forward, it's like you just keep going in reverse. I hope this was helpful, Taurus. Please comment below and let me know if it was, how it resonated with you. And I will be back very soon. If you want a personal reading, you can look in the box below and contact me. So much love and light to you, Taurus, and I'll talk to you soon.